Hi Libra, and welcome to your horoscope for January 2024. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to go through the highlights in January, see where the planets support you, where they don't, and kind of give you an idea of that. So hopefully it'll make the positives easier to tap into and you'll be able to avoid some of the negatives. Please watch the horoscopes in this order: sun sign first, then rising sign, then moon sign. You start the month with something really positive happening in your third house of communication. So Mercury, the communication planet, that's been in retrograde and it goes direct on the 1st of January 2024. And it sits in your third house of communication, which means that if you've had some issues with transportation, communication, or even the perspective has been off a little bit, as soon as this new year hits, you'll find that that eases off immediately and becomes a lot better. So Mercury then sits in your third house in Sagittarius. So you may even notice that you have great ideas for the future, or you have ideas that you're very excited about that you want to share with a big number of people. On the 5th of January, we've got Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive. That goes into your fourth house. And what you really become interested in is your most intimate relationships, partners, family members, people who are nearest and dearest to you. And if you focus on that and say, I want to take a relationship which is somewhat challenging at the moment, maybe there has been a lot of miscommunication. The sense I get for you, Libra, is that you're very focused on other people and how you can improve things and how you can take your sense of well-being and clarity and share that on a large scale. What I think you're less interested in is what's going on with your work and your finances and your hopes and dreams at the beginning of the month. So just make sure you keep an eye on those things. On the 11th of January, we have a new moon happening in Capricorn, and that also takes place at the very bottom of your chart in the fourth house. So this is good news. The new moon is when the moon goes pitch black. It pulls a lot of energy in order to start its next 28-day cycle. So this is nice for your existing relationships and improving those, but it's also really wonderful in the sense of starting new relationships, which are really close to your heart. So it's good for new romantic relationships, but you may also notice that there's a lot of positive energy that comes at you via institutions that you may be a part of. So that there are institutions, jobs, governments, educational kind of bodies that suddenly get in touch with you and say, hey, actually, we do have a spot, or we do want you to take on this new role. So just make yourself available in those kind of settings, because there's the potential for really good opportunities to come your way. And overall, you'll notice that you're luckiest in those areas of how do I relate to another person, whether it's in the home sphere of my life or in the sector of my work, particularly if you're employed or if you're part of some sort of group. On the 14th of January, we have Mercury, the communication planet, that also now hops over the IC into Capricorn in your fourth house. So I want to take relationships and really expend all of my energy into making those better and in getting those to work. And usually I would be somewhat suspicious of that. Like I would say, do you know what, if you're making other people and your relationships your entire focus, I would say, look at what you're getting out of that. But in your case, Libra, here in January, you're really likely to get at the very least what you give. And if not more so, you're likely to get a lot more back in return. So all of this care and time and effort really pays off. On the 21st of January, we've got Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, that exits Capricorn and it moves into Aquarius. And that's a really big deal because Pluto is an outer planet and moves very slowly. And I go into a lot of detail in the horoscope I made for the year 2024. So if you want more information on that, check Libra 2024 and look for that video. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. And now it shifts in January into Aquarius and it stays there pretty much until 2044. So it's the beginning of a whole new era. And for you, it moves into your fifth house of what you love and romantic relationships and ideas that you're in love with, ideas that you think have genuine value. So it all works really nicely together in your case because the sun is also in Aquarius on the 21st of January. And everything about who you are is, how can I do good when it comes to people in my life, people I care about, and even people I have some sort of association with. So it's like the karma effect. What you put out, you get back. So really, don't expect a lot of grief or issue when it comes to the people who you have any kind of dealings with here in January. And again, just make sure that you keep an eye on your finances and what you want to do independently, and also what's happening in your work, because I think the focus isn't going to be anywhere near that. On the 23rd, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, that also goes into Capricorn in your 4th. So if you want to, I mean, this is like a big statement, but if you want to take an existing relationship or you're certain that things are going well and you want to say, I want to commit to make this more formal, structured, I want to make sure this person is in my life, that I get to see them every day, or that we're working together. If that feels right around the end of the month here, then really go with that. You're very unlikely to get that wrong. On the 25th of January, we have a full moon in Leo. And for the first time now, that's happening in your 11th house. Again, connection with friends and your social life, but also your own personal hopes and dreams. So the sense I'm getting is that something good happens for your circle of friends or your family or your group of people, or where you identify as in, I am a part of this. Expect some good news to come your way and for there to be cause for celebration. And then at the end of the month, on the 27th, Uranus goes direct in your 8th house. So Uranus is the planet of the miraculous and unexpected. So expect more good news as far as one of your formal connections is concerned, either the community you're involved with or the job, or again, like the university saying, okay, we thought enrollment was closed, but now we've got a separate spot. So Libra, you're able to really get your foot in the door in an official sense if there are any relationships involved, but also in your personal life, it's really 2 thumbs up, because you're unlikely to have any of the ongoing communication issues. And it's much easier for you to kind of get on the same page and then to make plans for the future even. So that's what I get for you here in January. I hope you have a fabulous month. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, the tarot, numerology, as well as my intuition. And to draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then did I say this already? Order a chart rectification with me if I haven't said it already. That's a process where I can work out your time of birth and I can get an accurate snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, because the chart changes every 4 minutes, so that's important. Check out some of my other videos. Have a wonderful month, and I'll speak to you soon.